What's up, Jared W here. Today we have the weekly set a review of Friday Night SmackDown. It was actually a pretty dang good show, better than Raw. Raw was pretty mid, it was boring. This show had pretty much all wrestling, like one promo. It was good, it was packed. It was the Brawling Brutes versus the Imperium. Started the show, really good trios tag match. The Brawling Brutes was actually able to win. Shocking, I thought the Imperium was going to win, but I'm glad that Sheamus is still feuding with Gunther, because I want Sheamus to be the next Intercontinental Champion. Have Drew McIntyre go on and do his own thing. Have Sheamus and Gunther keep on feuding. I think that's what they're doing, which is great, in my opinion. So next was Ricochet versus Eric. What was it? No Braun Strowman, no Ivar. Unless I'm losing my mind. I can't remember if this is Eric or Ivar. I always mix them up. But sorry if I have it wrong. I think it's Eric. Ricochet was actually able to win. I really like Ricochet. He's one of my favorite wrestlers probably on SmackDown. Great high flyer. So match, I really enjoyed the match. I thought it was pretty good. I have him actually floating. He's just on top of Eric's fist, like right there. It's crazy. But next was Triple H introduced Rhea Ripley and the Judgment Day, because Rhea Ripley is the new Women's SmackDown champion. And so then the Judgment Day ended up having a match. It was Dominic Mysterio, Damian Priest against Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar, and LWO was on one side of the ring, and Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor was on the other side of the ring. Selena Vega and Rhea Ripley got into a little bit of a brawl around the ring, and they went out into the crowd. Judgment Day was able to win. Excuse me. But I thought it was an okay match, but it wasn't terrible. Next was not wrestling, but I nearly jumped out of my chair excited. It wasn't a match, but they started playing his music, and it was a clip of letting you know that Shinsuke Nakamura is coming back. He's returning to Friday Night SmackDown. I'm so excited. I feel like it's been almost a year since he's been actually on TV. I'm so excited to see Shinsuke back. Next was the main event of the evening. It was Jey Uso versus Sami Zayn, and Sami was about to win. He got into Jey Uso down, had hit him with a couple of haluva kicks, and then freaking Solo Sikoa, of course, hit him with the Samoan spike on the edge of the ring over here where the ref wasn't looking. Jey Uso hit him with the super kick and then pinned him and won. Afterwards, Solo Sikoa was beating the holy hell out of Sami Zayn, just beating on him. Then Jey Uso actually stopped him, like, oh, is Jey Uso finally just going to lead the bloodline? Because secretly, Paul Heyman doesn't want the Usos in the bloodline because they're no longer undisputed tag team champions. So I think that eventually will happen. But they kept on brawling because Jey Uso ended up, he stopped Solo Sikoa so he could super kick Sami, and then they started beating on. And then Matt Riddle showed up, came out, saved Sami Zayn, because earlier in the show, Kevin Owens got jumped by, I think it was Solo Sikoa. I just saw the end of it because I went to the bathroom, and I saw that Kevin Owens was out cold, and there was Sami Zayn, so I'm assuming it was Solo Sikoa that jumped him, or they didn't even show it. But Matt Riddle came out, helped Sami Zayn beat up Solo Sikoa and Jey Uso, and they got out of there. One thing, I'm glad Matt Riddle's back and everything, but it made no sense for him to be out there. Like, have somebody like Cody or something like that. But even though Cody just got beat the holy hell out of on Monday Night Raw by Brock Lesnar, but Matt Riddle made no sense. But whatever. It was cool. This is JW. Make sure to like and subscribe. I rate this show at a 3.5 out of 5. Better than Raw for sure, but it was actually pretty good. Lots of wrestling, but I enjoyed it. This is JW. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.